What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy and today we're gonna talk about ways that you can update, refresh your space without spending any money. The first way to give your space a little bit of a refresh is to clean and tidy. Now, I'm not just talking about dusting and sweeping and the normal cleaning things that you would do, although you should do that because that really does help make your space feel fresh. But I'm also talking about decluttering, getting rid of items that just need to go, or consolidating. Maybe you purchased a new shampoo bottle, but you have one that has like a little bit left. Dump that in there and really kind of make your space feel less cluttery and intentional, but also tidying up little spaces that might get a little messy over time. For example, I have a tray in our bathroom that it originally starts out very intentional and decorated and pretty, but over time it starts to collect different lotions and serums and things that as we use them, we end up putting them in the tray, where I will put those away and I just give it a little bit of a refresh. And this is just gonna feel much more intentional and much more inspiring every day, waking up into a space that's so clean, nice, and tidy and decluttered. From here, I like to inventory or edit my items in my space. If there's anything that I can reuse and repurpose and kind of move things around, which is gonna be a tip later on in the video, I'm gonna set those aside, but this is a good opportunity to go through items that might not be serving me very well. I learned this tip on Pinterest years ago where they say to hang up your clothes backwards, and in 6 months, if you go back in and your item is still hung backwards, maybe it's time to look at that item and ask yourself if you're going to end up wearing it or using it. I also like to do this with my home decor. Sometimes I hold on to things that I think I'm gonna use and then I never do. So this is a good time to go through those items and maybe get rid of some items that you haven't touched in a long time. Also freeing up space for more decor. Now that you have edited your inventory and you know the items that you're gonna keep, now might be a good time to pull those items out and use them in your space. This is gonna feel like you just went shopping, but really you're just pulling out decor that you tucked away from the last time you did this. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I have a closet where I basically have a back stock of decor items that I've collected over time and that I can go back to and almost shop my own home and redecorate my space a ton. If you're not there yet, that is totally understandable. What you can do to really give your space a refresh is go through your home and shop your home in the things that you have currently out and maybe move them from a bedroom to another bedroom, or from the bedroom out to the living room, or in the kitchen, whatever that might look like for you. Give that item a new place to live and it's going to almost revive it and just make it feel fresh, as if you went into your back stock of home decor items. However, you just pulled them from one room to another. With that same idea, rearranging your furniture is another really great way to just refresh your space and make it feel kind of fun. And maybe you've pulled a piece from the living room and pulled it into a bedroom and you didn't realize how much you love it in there. Rearrange your furniture. I know sometimes when we go out and purchase items, we know specifically where the item's gonna go and how it's gonna look and what it's meant for, but kind of giving it a new life in your space could spark a whole new inspiration for that area of your home. So rearranging your furniture is a really great way to give your space a little bit of a refresh without spending any money. Now, if you're like me and you live in a really small space and you can't really do this, I've done this with my bedside tables. I swapped out this table for a mirrored dresser that I had in here, and that one's now actually out by my desk. And it did give this space a whole new look and feel, and it felt fun and fresh and really inspiring. However, I don't have the luxury in my small space to be able to do that a ton. But one way that you can kind of get the same idea, and I've seen this done on Pinterest, is cover your furniture. I'm gonna put a picture here of an image that I saw that I thought, oh my gosh, I could do that. And it gives me almost a whole new look, a whole new feel, and it makes it so I don't feel so limited to what I can do. So maybe putting a little tablecloth over your side table in a bedroom or even in your living room gives your space a little bit of a new, fun, fresh look, but also a new life for that side table that maybe you're finding a little bit boring. living in a small space does make it difficult to have an inventory of home decor. You have to be extremely intentional with the items that you hold on to because we just don't have the space for it. But one item that I have started to collect that doesn't take a lot of space, that also gives my space a little bit of refresh from season to season, or if I'm just kind of feeling like I need a little pick-me-up, is pillow covers. I recently got these. You guys would have seen me share these all over. I've shared them on the community tab, on my Instagram, Pinterest, you name it, it's been there. My like to know it. If you're not following me on all of those spaces, you definitely want to. I love to curate home decor for myself and for you guys, so make sure you're following over there. But I recently got these printed pillow covers, and I think I'm gonna put them in our bedroom just for more of an organic look. But what's nice about these is I just swapped the pillow covers that I currently have, using the same inserts, but putting a new pillow cover over top, and it completely transforms the space. It also doesn't take up hardly any space at all because I can just fold it up. You can even put it in a vacuum seal bag. It doesn't take up a lot of space, but it makes a huge, huge impact. Along that same idea, I like to swap out my bedding or add different throws or quilts depending on the season. In the summer, I love to add white linen. I just love how breathable it is, how organic and relaxed it feels. Right now I have a cream set on my bed, which I'll probably keep because these are a little bit more cream. But here in a couple of months, when it starts getting real hot, I'm gonna swap out to our linen bedding, maybe add some throws and give it a whole new fresh look again. And I feel like bedding is one of those things that, again, you can really kind of compact your bedding and store it away and swap it out and just kind of feel fun and like you just gave your bedroom a whole makeover when really all you did was swap out your bedding. Now, I know you knew this one was coming, but adding greenery, fresh florals, even fresh fruits to your space is going to bring a lot of life to your space. So once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, kind of depending on how I'm feeling, I'll either go outside and clip some fresh greenery or go to the grocery store, get fresh florals, and really kind of bring some life to my space. It just makes me happy to walk into our kitchen or our living room or even our bathroom and bedroom and have fresh florals or fresh greenery greet me in that space. And it just feels very intentional, very decorated and thought out, and something I really love to do. So if you're not doing this, you definitely should. But if you are doing this, but maybe not as much as you like, try upping it up a little bit. Go outside, clip some free greenery, and just give your space some life. It honestly is so transformative to your space, and for me, it just makes me happy. Another way to update your space is through your lighting. Now, to keep this free, a really good way to update your space is just to move your lighting around. For example, I only have one lamp in my bedroom, but what I could do is take this lamp and put it on the other nightstand, and that's gonna give this room a completely different look. It's gonna fill the light in this room completely different. Now, although this isn't a free way, I thought I would just go ahead and mention this as well. And think about layering your lighting. So for me, if I just bought another lamp, it's really going to soften this space, fill every corner in this room, because right now this light, it does fill this room, but not how it would if I had two lamps. Also, layering your lighting is so important, especially if you have the luxury to do so. If you're in a space where you can swap out the overhead lighting and add pendants and chandeliers, that's going to completely transform your space, not only with having those chandeliers on, but also when they're off. It's going to just look really good. But to create mood and really an ambiance in your space, having that layered lighting is huge. Having lamps that are a little bit more mid-level, task lights when you're reading a book is gonna create this just mood and vibe in your space. But also if you're having a cocktail with a friend, turn off those can lights, those overhead lights, turn on your lamps, light a candle, and really create those layers of light. This tip is free for me right now because I have a little bit of an inventory of different candles, but having different candles for different times and really swapping those scents out. As much as I love a signature scent, a way to really give my space a little bit of freshness is through changing out the scent of my candles. So sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit drab in my home, I will stop using the candles that I'm lighting all the time and grab one from our closet, especially around the holidays. This is really common when we get our holiday scents. Get yourself a couple of different signature scents in your space. Swap them out when you're feeling a little bit bored and you're feeling like you need a little bit of something. And I'm telling you, it just kind of brings this new sense into your space and kind of almost revives it for you. Those are the different things that I do in my space just to keep things fresh, inspiring in my home. It really helps me feel refreshed and like it buys me some time and I feel excited to be in my space. Our homes are where we spend our time. So really spending the time to refresh your space and move things around and really play in your space is a really great way to just keep your spirits high. So I hope that these tips were helpful and inspired you to do some of them in your own home. Let me know if you have any other tips down in the comments. Oh, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I always forget to ask, but it really does help out my channel. So if you would give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, that would mean the world to me. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in a couple days with another. Bye.
I would say we were good together. I would say we had fun.